Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Dragon Nest Arena here at Funan. We have got 1v1 action coming at you once again, and the two players up on onto my left, we've got Jermore. Once again, he's back, he's from the Philippines, and on my right-hand side, we have the Singaporean player. His name is Nima, and he is ready to rumble with the Swordmaster. So we haven't seen him with the Swordmaster class here as such. Of course, Jermore, the Elemental Lord, he will be back ready to rumble and to try and seek a vengeance for his previous matchup. And where he, unfortunately for him, lost to the player from Malaysia in Falala. So the two players start to get themselves organised. We are back to, of course, the Lost Temple, ladies and gentlemen, and here is that man, the Swordmaster. So you'll see him on your screen here. He's got plenty of close range, a few long-ranged attacks, well, not really long, but short-ranged attacks. As they start to come into effect right away, he's going to get nasty, real up close, as the Elemental Lord has a bit of an advantage in terms of keeping him off her tail. And she goes down and she tries to fire out a few bits and pieces here. Can't quite get the shots off as the slashes are unrelenting from the Swordmaster. It is quite a variation of a matchup here. Typically the sorcery class or the magic class is going to have a disadvantage up close to any warrior or soldier type class versus the soldier class having a severe disadvantage at range from a magic class, and that's exactly what we're starting to see here. As the good start from the soldier, from the Swordmaster has been eroded somewhat massively, and the Elemental Lord really coming into her own here as she fires off the shots left, right, and centre. More ice coming through. That's going to slow down our friend the Swordmaster as he tries to fire off a couple of shots. It's going to go right down to the wire between these two players, right off early in the back. Oh, the big flame rod comes out as the Harry Potter style broomstick goes rampant, but in the end, the Swordmaster with the big double slash combo will come up trumps with just a few pixels of health left on the meter, and that will be the first round in favour of the Singaporean player, as once again the poor old Jermore from the Philippines suffering at the hands of his opposition. So we just start to get ourselves organised here. So just to remind you, these two players, the Filipino player in the form of Jermore, he is the Elemental Lord who's just down the back of your screen there, who just walked literally into a double cyclone slash, and then the big slash coming out there from the Swordmaster. That is the Singaporean player of Nima. He has gone one up already, just getting himself stuck amongst some ice shards there as the shots continue to push on through here. Now the big damage shots coming out from our friend the Elemental Lord. She's got him into a bit of a world of problems and fires the big flame on top of him. Then he gets him stuck inside some more ice. She is on fire this round and pushing hard with a massive win there. Literally only a tiny touch of damage at the end of that round was all that got taken off her. For the bulk of it, she absolutely owned up. There is no other way to put it. And that is fantastic to see from the Elemental Lord, who is the player on your screen right here. Big shout out to the player in the form of Jermore over to our left-hand side. He has done phenomenally well in that opening round here after the issue is being sorted on out. So the players now go toe-to-toe underneath the troll bridge as they start to push on through. Elemental Lord just copping a bit of damage, but then firing it on back in the form of the ice shards. Oh, big rage attack there from the Swordmaster as he pushed on hammeringly close to the Elemental Lord. But the retaliation is a solid one in terms of the flames. They are very, very good from up close, and if they hit you from afar, they still do the same damage. And that is exactly what's happened there. The Swordmaster bailed on out, but still took the heat that was intended. He fires out the cyclone slashes there, just going to be avoided there by the Elemental Lord, and she'll be quite comfortable just sitting on back and waiting. She fires out a fireball, a frost ball, in fact, and doesn't follow it up, but which is what we've seen Jermore do in the past couple of rounds. Oh, here we go. Close range attack opportunity from both players, but nobody's going to hit anything. And in fact, now here we go. The Elemental Lord gets the big flame, the frost bite going, and then she gets the flame right out, and then she's going to push on through as the defensive run away from the Swordmaster is not the best one. A few blinks going on here from the Elemental Lord. She just gets herself repositioned quite happily as the shots come on to her from the Swordmaster. It is a very close game here in this 1v1 Dragon Nest action here. Ladies and gentlemen, the shots are good ones, and now there's trouble for the Elemental Lord. She gets dropped to the ground, stands back up again and throws out an area of effect shot. Not quite the knockdown that she wants to do. Now she gets him trapped inside the ice shard. Fires off the flame. Fires off some more flame. Oh, big double combo going on here. Yes, within a pixel of death. The Swordmaster comes out up on top, and the Singaporean player gets himself another round on the board. It'll be 2 rounds to 1 with the 5 required, ladies and gentlemen. So just to remind you the format. The players will play on the map of Lost Temple 3 times, and in each of those 3 instances, a match if you will, they will play up to 9 rounds, and the first player to get 5 rounds in that match will win the match. And of course, best of 3 means that they need to win 2 matches. So Jermore, he lost his previous match to the player from the Philippines. from Malaysia in form of Falala, of course, from the Philippines himself. And now the shots continuing to push on through. Bang, the shots go out there from the Swordmaster as he just bails on out now, just copping or sending a lot of damage the way of the Elemental Lord, and then just running away to avoid more of it coming his general direction. Bang, the shots are a good one here from the Elemental Lord. The keyboard furiously tapped by Neymar, but not able to be tapped fast enough for him to get out of that little flame casket that he was sitting inside of. More frost being flung at him in his general direction. The Elemental Lord coming close to really getting him into a good couple of combos here. She blinks away from another one and then manages to get in close. Or she just blinks away from another. The rage shot comes out from the Swordmaster. Can't quite evade it though. Oh, a big frost flash casket there. Now it's going to be close as, ladies and gentlemen, the tail comes out on the flame rod. Not quite able to take the damage, and in the end the Elemental Lord goes down. Another absolute nail biter, because the Swordmaster was in a pixel of dying. The Elemental Lord with the flame rod in hand, if it had just nipped him a touch more, he would have been done, but not able to do that. And some good work, you could say, from the Swordmaster, and Neymar coming out trumps once again. 3 rounds to 1. Neymar just coming in underneath the troll bridge they meet. Once again, the shots continue to come on through. There's some excellent early round shots here from Neymar in previous rounds. Let's see if he can continue to do them in this round once again, in the 5th of a potential 9. So the shots go out there. The Elemental Lord getting a variation of furious shots going out. She just continues to do little, almost jab shots, if you will, ladies and gentlemen. She's getting bashed up into the air into a bit of a combo. That's not going to be good work for her, but she manages to slow down the Swordmaster in some frost. Then she gets him caught into one of those frost shards. Then she fires out the flame combo. Then she fires out some more flame combo. This is not going well here for the Swordmaster as he tries to evade but just cannot do so. Blinks away as the Elemental Lord, as he's still got plenty in the tank and still will continue to do so. Jermore looking to get one back this time round. Will he continue to do so as he cups a whole host of the Cyclone Slashes? He hides back into the spawn area. Not the best place to hide. He just needs to get himself back into the game to get this one and get this round so he can at least show that he's got some more in the tank. He gets the flame rod out, and it's perfect timing. As the Swordmaster went topside, he pulled the flame rod out. That's all that was required, and a round will go his way. So it'll be 3 rounds to 2 here in this, the best of 9, or the first to 5, if you will. In this, the first of a best of 3 match series. The 2 players, of course, the Singaporean Neymar and the Swordmaster get up. He continues to fling on the shots as he cops a whole host of flame and ice heat as more shots continue in his general direction. He's bouncing around. He just lacks the adeptness, the Swordmaster, that the Acrobats has, which you would have seen in the earlier games. That was won by the Malaysian player in the form of Falala. So Neymar just continuing to try and press onto the Elemental Lord. Neither player really committing to anything at this stage as the flame shots come out here from the Elemental Lord, just getting Neymar into a bit of a trouble. Jermore just continuing to push on through. He's been semi-aggressive in this round, but just wanting to push onto him. Now he gets him stuck into a decent casket, fires the flame onto him, and that's good work from the use of the ice, just to trap him there. They're roughly positioned fairly evenly, these 2 classes. You can see it by the way that the scoreboard mounts, but also by the way they continue to throw damage backwards and forward at each other. Shots from the Elemental Lord continue to be pushed on as the Swordmaster gets himself into trouble there. He was caught too many times that round, and the Elemental Lord coming away with half of her health. So she would have been happy with the work that she's done. That makes the scoreboard even, Stevens. Let's start it again, ladies and gentlemen, and make it a best of 3, because that's effectively what we've got left. It is going to be 2 rounds to win it for either of these 2 players. So the shots start to continue and push on through. The more from the Swordmaster. He gets her close range, but still flings out the long range shots. Gets caught in a Cyclone Slash. Good work there from the Swordmaster, just positioning it nicely as the frost shards came out. Just trapping the player from the Elemental Lord in her spot, and that meant that she couldn't move too far from her from where she'd unloaded those ice shards. That's a little bit of a trait here in the game of Dragon Nest, ladies and gentlemen. You can fire off all the spells that you like or all the manoeuvres that you like, but straight after it you'll see these players often get stuck in their spot, and that's just as a result of a cooldown, which is opens them up to a vulnerability. So if they don't get their way through on that shot, they will get taken down. Elemental Lord just recovering there after getting smashed to the ground. She gets herself back up again, and the Swordmaster is tailing her something chronic. They're going to go toe-to-toe now, nice and close, as the shots come out there. The big flame retardant Now the flaming rod goes out, chasing the Swordmaster, trapping him in there, and then getting him with a touch of that flame rod. Now it's going to be trouble, and that is a big kill for Germour. He gets himself back up from a 3-1 loss situation. He's back up to a 4-on-3 situation on the scoreboard, and he's got himself match point, ladies and gentlemen, for this match round here. So it is going to be all down to this round for both players to pick themselves up one. The Swordmaster goes rocketing into action. Let's see what he's going to do. Is he going to sort of, yep, he's going to start the long range shots now from a fairly close range, and out come the frost shot from the Elemental Lord. Shot from the Swordmaster was just a sort of a parry one, if you will. Fires the shots in now, gets in close, cops a bit of damage from the ice shards as they come up from behind him, but now he's going to start to unload the combo. He does some good work here, getting on top of the Elemental Lord, just positioning himself as she blinks away out of his sights. He's doing fantastically well as he continues to push on through. There's some big damage being unloaded here as he starts to open up some more combos. She's starting to get her game back though. Germour just copping a whole lot of heat here. This is not going to end well from him, I'm sure, as he continues to cop more than the damage that he can withstand. But held the phone blocker as the shots come back from the Elemental Lord. He gets the flame rod out, and it's going to be an evasive manoeuvre more than anything. So Germour will bail on back towards the spawn area to recover and get himself positioned for another little volley of attack. So will the soldier in the form of the Swordsmaster. He'll bail on back and he'll disappear out of sight for the moment as the Elemental Lord gets himself prepared. Here comes the topside shots. Cyclone slash comes out. Now there's going to be some here we go. So the big raid shot was on, but it couldn't quite hit the mark. The Elemental Lord just avoiding it somehow magically, and excuse the pun, as the shots now coming through, they're going to be slowly but surely eroded in this round. They're aiming for nothing, these two players, trying to hope that their shots are going to hit them for an area of effects damage, but not quite able to do so. The Elemental Lord just standing her ground. She's waiting for the Swordmaster to come to her, and in the end that's exactly what will happen. He had the benefit of the round for most of it, didn't he, Ma? And in the end he got the win that he was deserving after a very aggressive start to that round. It was an aggressive start that started the round last match that won the game for Falala. Let's see if the same can happen here in this matchup between these two players, as the Swordmaster gets himself a couple of cyclone shots fired off as the ice shards come on out and bounce the Swordmaster up in the air. Nemo won't be too happy about that, but Germour has got different things to say. These two players want to grab this first round to try and get themselves on the board nice and early. There's going to be a close one as the two players go toe-to-toe. Shot comes out, can't quite be hit. Bang, here we go. The combos are going to come in because they're both nice and close. Will he get the ice casket onto him as he just fires the shards into the air, and that knocks the Swordmaster out of it a bit. They're going to go toe-to-toe and get themselves some good damage onto each other as the Swordmaster continues to fire the Cyclone Slashes. Elemental Lord firing off flame, firing off ice, firing off everything she can to try and grab this win. The Swordmaster's going to go and grab himself a couple of shots. He's going to get hit by a couple as well. It's going to be combo time if anybody wants to win it. No, they're going to bail off from away from each other. So the Swordmaster is going to bail on out and try and hide his way through to a win. Fires the Cyclone Slash off, or just gets the right shot into the right direction. Here we go with the shot. This could be on here. Big recovery from the Swordmaster. That is massive work from the Singaporean player in the form of Neymar as he takes the round against all odds. He was left with a pixel of health, you saw, for the last few moments, and that is exactly what came to be the winner for him. They will swap sides, and then we'll be off and racing for the next matchup, ladies and gentlemen. So, wow, fantastic finish to that previous round there. What's going to get you the win in the end. It's just that collateral that you want to keep on hitting, and it's exactly what these two teams can do. These two players continue to do. Shots from the Elemental Lord are good ones there as she just opens her account quite nicely. Germour is doing some good work here in this second match of his today on the Dragon Nest Arena 1v1 action, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Dragon Nest is primarily a multiplayer online game, but this PvP action is not to be missed. It is what can really excite you about this game. It is very, very solid taking on of these two teams, and we'll see more of this tomorrow here at Funan with the 3v3 action, and that's when things really heat up in a great big way. But this 1v1 is going massively well for the Elemental Lord. She's got the Swordmaster on the peak of the cliff. Now she just needs to push him. As the Swordmaster coming back, trying to get himself away from it. Elemental Lord stands up and then she fires out the broomstick. It is going to be Harry Potter, eat your heart out. She goes chasing the snitch in the form of the Swordsmaster, just not quite able to take him down. She's going to get it this time, surely. There it is. Big combo. And the ice shards were all she needed, and that's exactly what she got. So first round to Jumor. He is doing very, very well for the Philippines. Yes, indeed, I was right, for the Philippines, as Neymar for Singapore is the Swordmaster. Let's flick on over to him and see what he's got to offer up on this time round as he starts to push on through the big Cyclone Slashes as he's tried to combo up and take out his opposition player, as he will start to get him in close nicely this time round, just avoiding some of the ice. And he's doing some good avoidance tactics here just by getting these shots in though at the same time. And continues to push on, hitting the Elemental Lord just when she least expects it. Now there's trouble. He's got her knocked down, and he starts to bash her about again. Gets the kick in, gets the shot in. She saw her dazed. She's still dazed. She's getting comboed up. Then the Cyclone Slash. Then the Cyclone takes him away. That is great work here from the Swordmaster from Singapore. Neymar doing some great work after a solid late round win in the previous match. Now he's starting to push back. He wants to get himself on the board early in this game, that's for sure. And he's doing so very, very nicely at the moment. He continues to push it around. He's getting blinked away from by the Elemental Lord, but she's now hitting back nicely. Gets the ice casket around the body of Neymar as he tries to try and take her down. Avoids the flame rod, but no, he didn't completely avoid it, in fact. And in the end, though, look at that. He has got no health. That is a big 0 you see up in the top left-hand corner. He managed to avoid dying whilst getting the kill. That is fantastic work from him. So a big win there for Neymar, and he'll grab a round on the board. So they'll go 1 round apiece here, as he's already got a match up on the board for him. It is best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. So the first player to win 2 matches will come away the winner of the game, if you will. So it's a big, important win that these 2 players want to get, because it's going to lead them to the money, and that's what it's all about here, ladies and gentlemen. The Dragon Nest Arena, as shots going out there from the Swordmaster, as well as the Elemental Lord, are both hitting their mark. They're getting their damage shots out, and they're doing some good work alongside it. So let's flick on over and see what this Elemental Lord has got to offer up. Jumor doing some great work for his country, and his for this class of the Elemental Lord is a shot. Continue to push on out. Bang goes the shot from the Swordmaster. He gets her into a bit of a combo. Not quite knocked her down. No, he doesn't quite get her dazed and confused. Now there's going to be trouble. Here comes a combo opportunity. No, she bounces up out of it. There's the Elemental Lord and just strikes back solidly and brings out the broomstick. There it goes. It is huge damage on that broomstick, ladies and gentlemen, which is why it comes out. And it looks like the Swordmaster's managed to avoid any chance of it being a great big damage taker, as the shots continue to push on through. Massive shot there and hits to take the player back and get him knocked back. Swordmaster is really, from going into a dominant position, struggling, but now he will get a combo that will do all the damage he needs. He will get himself a 2nd round on the board. Singaporean player in the form of Neymar doing very nice work here with the Swordmaster in hand. So it is those close range combos that the Swordmaster is very, very good at, ladies and gentlemen. He gets the barefoot left kick out, and that's exactly what is going to do a lot of damage when you're up and close. Oh, big shard early on. That's going to get him trapped, and it's also going to slow him down. You see him in a slight colour of blue there, the Swordmaster, and that's the reason why he just gets caught with that slowdown effect, and that's what you need to have happen. That gives the Elemental Lord a big advantage. There he goes again, stuck in it once more, and that gives the Elemental Lord a chance to blink on over. She's going to try for a close range combo. Can't quite hit it off though, as she blinked beautifully, nicely, but in fact it's turned around on her head, because she's got herself caught into a huge combo here from the Swordmaster. He's bouncing and parrying her about. She throws out the big damage area of effect, but has the damage been done, as she's got a lot to recover here. Now she's going to drop down the Swordmaster, gets him with a couple of good hits, and then the poison hit as well. The Elemental Lord is doing some great work. She pushes him once again. Oh, there's some cold. Does it do the old slowdown effect as the rage shot comes on out? Couldn't quite get the flame to the best of her ability, but the flame rod was used very, very nicely. Now some slowdown effect. Now some big frost effect as well. The big flames come out. She gets stuck in the Cyclone Slashes, and as well as a big Cyclone Slash at the end there. It's going to be trouble at mill for all concerned, as the Elemental Lord really needs to pick and push, as the Swordmaster firing off the combos. Now we need a big combo attack from the Elemental Lord. Can she bring it out? No, she can't, and she will get taken down. So another round to Neymar. Nima. Singapore grabbing themselves a third round to make it 3 rounds to 1. Remembering, Singapore have the lead here. They have the one match advantage already in hand, so Jumor really needs to pick himself up out of the dirt here and get this Elemental Lord doing the full damage he can. Let's see if he goes aggressive or stays sitting back for the moment, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to quite happily just do the defensive line, and then, oh no, he got it good, but no, he got caught in a bit of the Cyclone Slash there as he popped the ice shards in and around the Swordmaster. Swordmaster's bashing around on the Elemental Lord quite solidly here as she once again cops a whole lot of heat. Is it going to be combo time? It's going to be a decent enough hit, and it's going to cause a lot of damage, but it's still not quite the full combo that we can expect to see the takedown with. Now the Elemental Lord getting stuck into a few shots, and she's just struggling to get back up and get onto her feet to try and take some more shots. There's just the odd knockback shot that's hitting from the Swordmaster, and that's causing far too many problems for the Elemental Lord to recover from. And this time round, see another long-range Cyclone Slash doing its damage, and that will be it. It was good long range, good short range, good everything from Nima that time round. The Elemental Lord, no real retaliation, and some great victory round there. 4 rounds to 1 here, ladies and gentlemen. Your Singaporean player, Nima, is doing some solid work. Jumor from the Philippines trying to do his darndest to avoid the takedown here, as there's 4 match points once again up the sleeve of the player. So Singapore's excuse me, Singapore just pushing on through. Nima just coming with the kick everywhere you like. The big combo starts to come out now. Here he goes. He's got him trapped in the corner, up against the wall as well. The Cyclone Slash throws her back up in the air. It is not going to be looking good here for Jumor. The damage just keeps on compounding, and he's not going to be in a world of happy state at this point, but he's going to reply back. He gets her caught in the ice casket, and then the shots come out, but the flames are not going to be enough as the Swordmaster continues to hammer on through. Oh, caught once again. It's going to be a big move here from the Elemental Lord. Oh no! A big swipe comes out of the flame, and that is going to give him the game. Great work there from the player from Singapore. He will grab the second in this best of 3, and that will be the game for him. It is a big shout out to our man from the Philippines in the form of Jumor, but the Elemental Lord losing out this time round in a convincing victory from Nima from Singapore.